Here we are in Forney. We're here today so I can show you around Forney. And right now we are in the downtown district. So it really doesn't get much better quaint small town feel than what you've got here. We've got the really cute park around the corner with the waterfall and even a gazebo behind the camera. So it's a really cute place. We've got the small town boutiques. We've got the coffee shop. We've got the diner. It's all here in downtown. And downtown's really cool. They've got some events down here. They'll have an artisan and farmers market, and they'll have an art festival. So they do some things to bring the community down here, and it's a really cool feel. So let's go take a look at some other things. Here we are in Forney's biggest park, Forney Community Park. And we're at the part where you've got a playground, a splash pad, and sports courts. But wait, there is so much more that this park has to offer. Now here we are at the Spellman Amphitheater, and this is also in the Forney Community Park. And this place is pretty impressive. It seats 5,000, and here's where they'll put on movie nights, they'll have concerts, they've even had family campouts here. But what I also want you to see is take a look around. See the size of this park. It is massive. And this is where you've got tons of soccer fields, and the splash pad and everything is way behind. So much space. Also here at Forney Community Park is this really nice trail system that connects all the features of the park. And the last thing I want to point out to you is you've got to check out these baseball fields. They are really nice. Now, no home search would be complete without talking about schools. So Forney ISD has a lot going on because the city of Forney is expected to add 30,000 homes by 2030, and the school district anticipates the population of kids attending the school is going to double in 10 years. And to their credit, they're doing a lot to make sure they all fit. Here is their newest intermediate and middle school concept. They've also recently added 3 elementary schools, baseball and softball fields, and an athletic field house. They have 2 elementary schools opening up over the next 2 years and another intermediate and middle school. And behind me is their flagship project. This is called Opportunity Central. Opportunity Central, also called the OC, is a new educational concept blending career, college, and community to integrate higher education and business for the benefit of students pursuing careers. It also doubles as an event venue on nights, weekends, and evenings to serve the community. It'll have a student-staffed coffee shop, eateries, auto tech services, cosmetology services, and an early education center. It'll feature educational partnerships with Dallas College and Texas Tech University. To see the report card on this school district and all the schools in this district, go to txschools.gov. So the question of is Forney a good place to live kind of depends on what your definition is of that. I will tell you some of the biggest hangups that people have had about Forney is the traffic. There has been so much development in Forney that the city just really hasn't kept up with being able to handle all the people coming in. So for example, you're trying to run your errands, you want to hit Walmart, Kroger all at the same time. Even though they're just across the street from each other on 548, you will sit through multiple lights just to get across the street. So that is probably one of the biggest complaints that people have about Forney is just the traffic is a headache. Other than that, there are some things that are coming to Forney or already here that are pretty great. They've got some really good restaurants. There's Oscar Delta Texas Kitchen, and they've got off-item menus or off-menu items. And it's like the grilled avocado with brisket smothered in queso. Pretty good. Got to go for that. But there's lots of fun little places. And of course, you've got your big chain brand restaurants too. But there are also some local things you can find here that you just won't find elsewhere. So property taxes in Forney, that's a really great conversation to have because if you're not from Texas, property taxes can come as quite a shock to you. So in Texas, we don't have a state income tax, and the trade-off for that is that we have higher property taxes. So the base tax rate in Forney is going to be about 2.2%. The problem is so much development has happened in Forney that the city hasn't had the resources to pay for the sewers, the streets, the water lines, all that stuff. So these developers come in and they place an extra tax on the property in the form of like a PID tax or a mud tax. And so when that gets added on, which is very common in a lot of these newer developments, then that's going to increase your tax rate quite a bit. So you'll see some areas of Forney that have a tax rate of close to 3%. And that can get pretty pricey, especially if you're looking at one of the more expensive neighborhoods like Devonshire, where you've got some homes that are getting really high. That means you're going to be paying a lot in taxes. So that's definitely something to take a look at when you're looking at homes in Forney, is to really get a good sense of what that tax rate is and what the expectation is going to be on what you have to pay. Another interesting thing about Forney is it is a very fast-growing city. I've kind of mentioned that a few times throughout all of this, but it's in Kaufman County, and according to the research on the Google, Kaufman County is the second fastest growing county in the nation. So I'd say that's pretty fast. A question a lot of people have is, how much does it cost to live in Forney? Well, a 3-bed, 2-bath home will start at around $250,000 here. The average for a 3-bed, 2-bath home here is going to be around $350,000 though. And if you're watching this video, I'm going to guess that it's because you are contemplating a move to Forney. Well, my team and I have helped people move to Forney and the surrounding areas for years, and we would love to help you too. If you're ready to get started on your home search, go to livinginforney.com. There, you can also grab our relocation guide that we've put together to tell you all about relocating to and moving to Forney, Texas. Well, thank you so much for watching this video and taking this little tour with us as we go through Forney, Texas. And remember, for more information about moving to Forney, go to livinginforney.com. See you next time.